It was 1993, Kurt said that. In 1993, Daniel was working at Astroworld. He was controlling River Rampage. And a few weeks ago while I was at Daniel's house, these were his words that he told me. I was like, 93, I was a little kid. You know, maybe I was writing River Rampage. I wonder if we met. I don't know. You guys could all been there too, writing River Rampage. And Daniel was there to remind you to put on your seatbelt, because it's going to be a rough ride. And damn is it what, he wasn't kidding. So I've got a friend, his name is Joe Mathley. As I said before, he's performed with Daniel in the past with Jason Numler's Life is Happy and Sad. And he's performed with Daniel, so I'd like to bring him up and present this award to Daniel, and his name is Joe. Here we go.
My name is Joe Folidori. Mathlete is his family name. So, not quite sure why I'm doing all this. Jacob's words were beautiful and inspired. I'll check some facts later.
Daniel's words, not mine.
Alright, I wrote a little thing. My mom once said there is a Daniel Johnston song for every day. She's a big Daniel Johnston fan. She's also a big Beatles fan, so the two kind of go hand in hand. My mom wasn't talking about how prolific Daniel is, although if you tried to fill a calendar with Daniel's songs, it would quickly overflow. He has written that many. She was referring to the range of those songs and how they articulate the simple, universal truths of being a person. If you're feeling triumphant, listen to Speeding Motorcycle. If you are feeling at your wit's end, listen to I Had Lost My Mind. If you're feeling nostalgic, Ride This Way to the Museum of Love. If you're smiling through your own personal hell, so was Casper the Friendly Ghost. I could go on and on. I could do this all day. Daniel does. And tomorrow he'll write another song, he'll draw another picture, and he'll have more to say in it than you or I have to say in a month. I wrote up a long list of Daniel's accomplishments, but you know those, you wouldn't be here if you weren't, unless you're just here for free beer at a party at Screech's house. So not everybody knows this, or didn't, but Houston did play a small but crucial part in Daniel Johnston's life. In 1983, Daniel worked at Astroworld on the River of No Return ride. This was written down. And he had a speech he would give to the park goers. He'd say, "On this side of the boat, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see some charging hippos. Over here you have the Bridge Over Troubled Water, built in 1970 by Simon and Garfunkel." He didn't write it. It was just a day job. And at the end of the day, far away from having to put on a face and recite from a script and ham it up for the crowds, he would come back to his brother's house and he would head out into the garage and he would set up his recording studio. It was a $59 tape recorder and a child's chord organ. And that was it. And Daniel would make music until the sun came up. And obviously no one was telling him he needed to be doing this. Everyone in his life was telling him that he shouldn't be doing this. But he knew that what he was doing was good. And he knew that he had to be doing this. And we're grateful that he did this. So for everyone that needs to make music, that needs to write, that needs to draw, that needs to paint, Daniel is your patron saint. So Daniel, thank you for being here today. Hereby declared today, June 18th, to be Daniel Johnston Day in the city of Houston.
I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm falling over. Sarah drove around in her car. She'd repeat the same story, repeat the same joke, and holding up her children like puppets in public. John laid his head on the railroad track, let the train run over his head. They said he was just curious what it felt like to be dead. Thank you.